Yes, it's a question everyone will wonder that. So now I'm counting on you to play a little game. I need 6 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you 6. No, you're too far. Yes. And no, just sit down. And now imagine that they were a billiards ball, and I hit you by my hand. Yes. And you use your hand to hit the others, but only difference is you hit them by your two hands. So one hand to her, and the other one hit her. Yes, and she has 2 hands, so she can also put 2 people, and she also can hit 2 people, right? So as you can see, this is not a real game. Yes, as you can see, the more collision is generated, the more collision go on. What this means is is exactly the same as the nuclear fusion react. If we just let it go ahead, the explosion will be inevitable for sure. But what if I restrict a hand from all of them? This will barely allow it collide with each other. So now she only have 1 hand. She will only have 1 hand hit collide with another boss, and she only have her 1 hand and also collide with the other boss. So this strictly hold back a surplus neutron or boss. We call it boss. Neutron is too difficult. So we restrict it, and the explosion will not to be too expanded. And what this means is we can safely extract the power from this tiny ball, and we don't even threatened by its potential danger. So congratulations, we can safely use this kind of power, and myth busted, no explosion in our nuclear power plants. And another misconception is also popular, is the level of the pollution to our environment. I have to say there is some people tend to assume that the pollution, the nuke rubbish means the trash from the nuclear power plant. Nuke rubbish is more risky than other pollutions. And as a student studying in science and engineering, I have to give you a head shake and a wicked laughing. Because, the real question is, why does people can be tolerant of discharging dirty air and greenhouse gas from a factory and power plants, but can't be tolerant of nuke rubbish which is safely buried under a secure place? It's hard to understand what exactly they think, right? And a last one. Okay, this ran out of time. Last one. Safety. Let me put it this way. Just like a car, who knows that the first car, Ford, didn't have any kind of safety equipment. That's ridiculous. You drive a car in 100 kilometers per hour on the road and you don't have any kind of safety equipment. That's dangerous, totally insane. And at that time, the horse trader told the buyer that drive the car on the road is just like drive a monster on the road at that time. But guess what? Gradually, we have developed a lot of safety equipment like seat belt, safety airbag, and ABS brake system, and ARS acceleration system. Yes. So nowadays, no matter how many serious accidents happened or took place on the road, no one will stand out for banning the car use, right? That's too ridiculous. And so, for me, I think so does the nuclear power plant. We have safety and precautionary emergency measures right now. So in conclusion, the nuclear power plant is not a terrible idea for our electricity generation. Furthermore, I think it might be benefit to our sustainable development. Yes, for sure. Thank you. Next stage.
Evaluator in Kiwi. I have been evaluated her speech maybe for 2 or 3 times, and I think she is always making progress. So every time I evaluate her, I will be very pressure that I can find out the disadvantage and some advice for her. And this time she is going to tell about MBA. And I had a class in English writing before, and in the course she always check her phone and to see the MBA score and still continue her study, and then check her phone and then study and check her phone, study, and I think, Kiwi, what are you doing? Oh, it's my favorite. I want to see he's playing, and she is a little bit saying about basketball. So every time I saw Kiwi, she's like a basketball player.
It's not working, I don't know why. It needs to be longer.
And that really impressed me that Kiwi is a crazy person that really loves basketball. And today she wants to tell about NBA, and I was very excited to deliver this speech because I want to see how can crazy people in basketball introduce her love.
Okay.
Okay. That's welcome Kiwi.
No. Not yet. I worry about time.
Oh, okay. She's not yet. She needs some preparation. And
Her major. Her major. What is her major?
her major.
Her.
Her major. Oh, she majored in international business. And she's a very fast person that I normally feel she's too fast. And I can
Okay,
catch
sorry.
up.
Okay,
Okay.
everything good.
Okay, that's one.
Okay. Okay. Hello everyone.
Oh.
Okay. Before my speech, I want to play a small, easy game with everybody. Okay. Okay. I will ask some question, and if you got that question, she will give you a candy. Okay. I prepare some candy for everybody. Okay. The first question. What's my name?
Kiwi!
Okay. Everybody know the answer. Okay. Everybody knows the answer. Okay. My name is Kiwi. And the second question is more difficult. I have 3 favorite activities. I really like to do that. So anybody know? Yeah, basketball. Okay, that's one. Okay. Basketball. And the second one?
Swimming.
Eating. Eating. You got one. Eating and okay. Okay. It's good. Okay. So firstly, I like is sleeping. I think sleeping is very relaxed, so I very like sleeping all the day. I can sleep all the day. The second one is the eating. I like eating. I can eat Chinese food, Italian food, any kind of food. So I a little fat now. The third one is the basketball. I really like basketball, including playing basketball or watch the basketball game. So today I want to share some information about basketball with you guys. about the basketball, I think many people will think about the NBA because NBA is the biggest one basketball game around the world, right?
Yes.
So today I want to tell some more detail about the NBA. So NBA whole name is the National Basketball Association and starts from 1946. And the season time is November to the next year, April. And NBA divided to the two conferences, is the Western and the Eastern. And in one conference, they also divide to 3 divisions. And the number of the team is 30, and 29 teams come from the United States, only 1 come from Canada. Okay, this one is a map about the NBA team, and you can see only 1 come from the Canada, and this one is from the Toronto, and the name is the Raptor. Okay, and the other 29 is in the United States. And I say that they divided to the Eastern and the Western. So in the Eastern, they also divided to the 3 divisions. So the first one is Atlantic. And in the 1 division, they have 5 teams, so including 30 teams. And the second one is Central. The third one is Southeast. And in the Western, they divided to the Pacific and Northwest and Southwest and Northwest. And I want to say something about the basketball game. And when we play the basketball, we have five players in the one team, and in your team, you have a different kind of job for your team. For number 1, we will call the point guard, and the second number 2, we will call short guard, and the 3 we will call small forward, and the 4 we will call power forward, the 5 will center. And in Chinese, it's 得分后卫、控球后卫、小前锋、大前锋跟中锋。And it's for SG, PG, SF, PFC. I want more people know how to play basketball, so I want to teach you guys. So when we're talking about a player, we will figure out some popular stuff. Do it. Anybody know who's most popular superstar in the basketball?
Michael Jordan.
Of course. Yeah, you got the answer. It's a Michael Jordan. He also people call him as god of basketball, and he win the 6th champion in his whole career. Yeah. And the next one, do anyone guess?
Kobe Bryant.
Yes, Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Many people say he want to become similar with Michael Jordan, so he tried to imitate basketball skill from Michael Jordan. But I also think he's very good basketball player. My brother is crazy about him, and he win 5 champions in his basketball life. And the third one is LeBron James. He become popular and more popular recent year because he win the last 2 year championship for his team. And some people call him King, right? Okay. And now is the most interesting part because I want to yeah, you see the t-shirt and the hat. It's all is the Clipper. I want to introduce my favorite team in the NBA. Its location is in Los Angeles, and maybe some people know Lakers is in Los Angeles too. So maybe a lot of people focus on the Lakers compared to the Clippers. So not so many people crazy about this team. But I think this team become more popular recent year because they have many good players in this team. So I want to introduce some players in this team. The first one I want to tell you about this team. They start from 1970, and the city is in Los Angeles. Their core name is Staples Center. The coach is River. This coach is the most expensive coach in the United States compared to the basketball, and football. And he's a very good coach. And the nickname for this team is Love City, 同胞之城. I will tell you why later, okay? So, I think the most important people for this team is Chris Paul. Maybe some people call him CP3 because his number is number 3. So people call him CP3. And he's a leader for this team. I think he like a coach when other teammates playing basketball. He need to control everything. during the game. So I think it's very important for this team. So I want to show you the video. I download the video.
Pick it up.
Whoa.
Game clock at 28. We still turn it over and don't give it a foul. Behind his back. Fires the 20-footer.
Okay. I think not so many people play about basketball. The next key man in this team is Blake Griffin. He's very young. He's only 25 years old now. But this year is the third year in the NBA. But he's very good. He's number 3 position for this year MVP. But the real MVP is Kevin Durant. So he's not a winner. But I think he's very young. He's have a lot of energy, can play in the game. So you can see the video. And you see the video, you will know why they call the Clipper is the compound system.
This could develop into a wonderful, wonderful. That's not the way back.
Yeah, it's why they call it as the back system. They will do this action together during the game. So they call it the compound system.
Do not get in the way of the landing. The tip that says put up by Chris Paul. 25 and 10 for Dalton. And Griffin's got 16. Another turnover.
The other people for this team is very important. He's a very tough guy and a big guy for this team. And he's not so good at make point, but he's very important for the defense. So, and see the video.
I'll show you how to coach. Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. Monster jam by DeAndre Jordan.
You need to be excited like a teacher, okay? But you guys, okay.
Almost a sheepish grin on his face.
So, because of these 3 guys, I hope they can make this team to win the champion for this year. I see it's a little difficult because they lose 1 game in the morning. But I always want they win the champion, and I will believe it. And in the final, I want to say, when I watch the basketball game, I almost like this picture. I'm always nervous and crazy and excited about that. So, but I think because the basketball game, I have a lot of fun in my life. So I hope everybody, you need to find out one thing you very like and you are crazy about it, and you need to keep follow this thing and make your life become more happy. When you find out what thing you like, you need to share with me. Like today, I share with you guys. Thank you for your listening.